Okay, this is my little Ryzen portable PC, and today it will receive a dedicated GPU. I like the Vega graphics, however, they're not as good as a graphics card I have laying around. This is my old main GPU out of my main computer. It is a R9 280 from AMD, and it should be plenty powerful. Actually, way too powerful for my needs on this system, but you know, I could put it to use in this system, so why not do it? I'm thinking about it that you can in fact install such a big GPU in such a small case alongside with all the other components is pretty cool engineering, and I'll show you how it is possible basically. So first we'll unplug some stuff, and then we'll flip it around and we'll unscrew both of the side panels. So now that we've done this, we can take a look at the inside, and here is the next thing we will need. This is a PCI Ryzen card, and what it does is it allows us to adapt the GPU from a different side, because obviously we can't put it in this way. So yeah, let's put that in place. Special little thing comes with the case, and what we will do now is we will secure it from the other side, so just to be sure it's nice and stuck in there and it doesn't move, because we don't want that. Right now it's pretty loose. So what we'll need is the screws, and it comes out, as you can see, right here, conveniently, right here. So we'll screw it in. So next we will need the next adapterception, adapter in the adapter. That's because right now the graphics card wouldn't plug in because it's too far down. So they gave you this extra thing. I don't know why they couldn't just have made this stick out further, but you know what, I don't complain. They gave me the piece, so let's put that in. If I can get it in there. Alright, there it goes. And now we have our PCIe slot ready for the graphics card. Good, so let's take the shields out. Well, it's a way of doing it. Okay, we'll need that still, because that will allow us to secure the GPU. So I got the GPU in. I was worried for a second that it might not fit, but it did. I just had to remove this piece, which went here. I'm trying to put it back in. I think it's something structural, but if it doesn't fit, I'll just leave it out. It's just that this curve here, which looks fancy and cool, that stops us from putting this in. So yeah, I guess we just have to live with that. It's just like a millimeter, but again, I don't see a purpose of this other than maybe some structural integrity. But yeah, so we'll sacrifice a little bit of that, but in return we're getting way better GPU power, so that's totally worth it. So they also have this little piece which can slide out and pop on here for some extra security. I wanted to install that, but the problem is this GPU is just so fat and baller looking, and so it's just way too fat to mount this. It's just way too high basically. So yeah, we'll sacrifice that also. So we'll have a little bit of a wobble, but it's not like that's really a big problem, honestly. So I think it also improves once the panels are back on, and yeah, but it surely isn't as snuck in there as in a regular ATX case, for example. But yeah, that's fine for me. At least we got it in there. It's just so crazy looking, actually, when you look at that. Crazy. Anyway, we'll now have to, of course, feed it with power. I didn't forget that. So we'll have these cords here. And this does in fact have two things to plug it in. This 4x2 and 3x2. So this guy can't eat power, and we only have a 400 and something watt power supply, 450 watts. So I hope it can handle it. Putting quite a little bit of a stress on the power supply. So yeah, nevertheless, I think it will be fine, since it's probably not gonna run at maximum at all the time. So yeah, we'll see, but I think it will be okay. Another worry I have right now is that the cable might be too short, and we'll see if that becomes true. That would really suck. But yeah, we'll just cross fingers and hope that it is not. Well, I shouldn't have been concerned about the cable length. It's totally sufficient. So yeah, so it is hooked up to power. It wobbles a bit. I was honestly expecting it to wobble little, but it's just that this is such a ginormous heavy GPU, and well, it's just physics. Oh yeah, and for those who only care about the cable tidying, just get a life. And you show me how you can tidy cables in such a small case. It's just hard. Well, we can now close it up, boot it up, and see if the GPU does work. The PC is back together. Now all we want to know is, does it work? And does it also work with the adapter? That's the next thing, because I've got a weird setup going on. I've got here a HDMI to VGA adapter, and it seems to be working. Took a little longer. Just going to BIOS, be sure. We still got the Ryzen in here. Well, what a surprise. This system just got way louder than before. I don't think it's always gonna spin that many RPMs. It's probably now needing a new driver or something, because we switched GPUs obviously. Whoa, okay, it's probably the driver, probably. Alright, let's go to AMD settings, and it went down with the RPMs, so as expected. Updates, check for updates, just install the latest one, and then we are done with the upgrade. Well, GPU seems to be working. That's a good thing. Let's see if CPU-C already has it in its program. Yes, R9 280, 3 gigabytes. We just made the system way more powerful than before. The integrated Vega 8 are great, but an R9 280 is still way more powerful, obviously. So yeah, this concludes my little Ryzen build. All I want to do with it is play some games at a LAN party and have it here sit as my workshop PC. So it isn't really outdoing itself. But you know, why sell the R9 or just leave it laying around if I can put it in here and have a pretty good system. So yeah, also this could easily act as my secondary system if anything ever happens to my main one, which I doubt, but still. And it's cool to have a Ryzen. And on top of all of this, it was really cheap. Now with this GPU, I don't know for how much you can get it, probably $100 nowadays or so. This system cost me around $500. So pretty cheap for what you get, I would say. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will not let you sit through the driver installation. It's boring, obviously. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you later.